Hi guys, welcome to AF Golf Store Biggleswade, and I'm here today with Joe and the new Mizuno tour truck. Remember, if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and tell all your golfing friends. So guys, I'm here today on the Mizuno tour truck, the new one for 2025. Joe's here with us. He's the tour rep for Mizuno, so he goes out in this truck most weeks of the year, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is the office.
This has been, how new is this truck, Joe?
We've had this 6 days now.
6 days, so this is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
First time you've parked it up anywhere?
Yeah, first event.
Unloaded. Yeah. So this is a brand new truck. We had the Mizuno truck last year come to our Kingsway site. This is now at our Biggleswade site, and it's great to have this to have for our customers, and the fitting day's been really, really successful so far as well. So what we're going to do is Joe's going to kindly show us around the new truck and see what improvements they've made. So come up the stairs and let's have a look round.
So completely new to the last truck. This is obviously much bigger, much better, obviously, but you come straight into our service area. So you've got sort of chilling out zone as such. We've got player lockers behind you. So you can see they're fully loaded. We've got Luke's hats and gloves and everything they could possibly need for a week.
So we've got Luke Donald, we've got Ben Griffin, Keith Mitchell. So all the tour players have their little knickknacks and bits and pieces, gloves, hats, balls and whatever in there. What about, and this is the location they would come. So the Open's in a few weeks. Yeah. They're going to come and chill out on here while their clubs are getting built, done, or do they just come and, because it's probably quite a safe space for them. Yeah. This time of year, there's no paparazzi and no kind of media or whatever. They can just sit and chill out. Yeah. TV on the wall, got some Cokes, got some fridge, got a microwave behind you. Is that a microwave as well?
Indeed.
So locked and loaded in here, they can really just chill out and relax before maybe hitting the practice ground or going and playing their round. So we go through to the workshop.
Yes. So through into the workshop, obviously much wider, a lot more space. The old truck didn't have pop out, so it was just one continuous fixed base. So
this has gone out both left and right, both pops out. Wow, okay.
This is 3 times as wide as our last truck. So as you can tell, there's a lot more space either side of the central island than we had in the middle of our old truck. So we're not bumping into each other constantly, and you've got a bit more room to do what we need to do, and it's just a bit more luxurious.
On a tournament week, how many builders, fitters would you see milling around here? Like, obviously you're on here, so...
Yeah. There's myself and Alex. There's only 2 of us.
There's 2 of you?
Yes.
And how busy does this truck actually get? Because when you look at some of the players that are playing Mizuno branded bags, irons, it doesn't look that many. Yeah. There's a few. There's a few well-known ones. Yeah. How busy does this truck actually get?
It gets busier on sort of Tuesdays, Wednesdays. They're busy days. We tend to fly into events on Mondays. So you have half a day Monday, we're in all day Tuesday, and then you fly out on Wednesday. So
okay, so really quick turnaround. Yeah. And what types of things, we're coming up to the Open. The guys have just left the US Open. Yeah. What sort of things are you going to think you're going to be doing at the Open? So what do you think you're going to get requests for? You've done it a few years now, so what requests do you think you're going to get when you're heading into that week?
The traditional ones, you're looking at low bounce lob wedges, because you're going from obviously Munich into Scotland, so very different conditions there, into the Open, and 2 irons, swapping out 5 woods, 7 woods for...
So straight off the lofted woods hybrid, and straight into the old fashioned 2 iron. And what sort of, in your model and ranges, what sort of 2 irons are they putting in?
You've either got a 245 or fly high. It really depends on what you want it to do. Obviously 2 very different heads, but they're both similar-ish.
And what do you, in terms of the wedge options, obviously the wedge options in the last couple of years have been really improved. The bounce options, there's much more options available in all the Mizuno heads. Are they taking standard, or are you on the grinding wheel, move in and change in, go and hit a few, come back?
It's very player dependent. We've got a lot more grinds now than we ever have done. So C and X grind tend to be the most popular for firm conditions. But the odd guy likes a bit of heel or toe relief, opening it up, seeing it sit a little flatter. But probably 60% of what we do is standard and a little. And
I've always wondered, do they just take one? So when you built one for them, they just take one and go, or do they go, can I have a backup for the back end of the week, or is it just one and play?
They'll tend to take one. If they want more done up, we can grind heads, keep them on here, so that if they come on and they're in a rush, that we can build it up, get it done quickly.
So take us a tour. So what have we got this side and the drawers this side?
So we've got grips on this side. These are all now locked by digit code. So this is all very high tech and fancy for you, but we've got grips in here.
Any specific grips for players, or just?
We do on...
Oh, okay, we'll get to that, okay.
head over, and then we've got into our iron heads on this side. So we've got S3s, we've got 241s, 245s.
And again, same thing. Is there any specific player heads? Do they? I know we've talked about this in the past. There's some older models that certain players like playing. They can't switch out of them. I think last year we talked about Paul Casey's irons.
Yes.
You still got those?
We do on our old truck, not on here just yet.
So, but that would come in. Those guys get their kit flown and it's backup, either backup irons or they would need a fresh set for the week or whatever, and it gets built up.
Yeah. Most of what we do now is current product. There's a few guys that use some slightly older models, but 95% of the guys that we have.
And what's the specs and the kind of the makeup? Do you see much comboing sets going on, or what's the preference?
It tends to be either 4 and 5 or just a 4 iron, something like that. Something slightly more forgiving, easier to hit when you're looking at 230, 240 kind of range. Yeah. Most guys want it to go a certain distance, the left to right. They're not too worried about it.
Is there a certain model? So what's the most popular Mizuno model? And is there any JPX out there?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No, but it tends to be either combo in 241 and S3s or 241 and 243s.
Because S3's been a bit of a revelation in terms of the look and feel. I mean, I saw it last year and it was fantastic, and it seems like that's really a traditional Mizuno iron, but with some real funky product.
You look at the kind of the success it's had this year. You've got Ben's won twice with it.
Yeah.
From from days, and you've got Marco Penge. Marco won in China with it as well. So they're very good iron.
It's solid. Okay, take us around. So we've got what we've got here. This is shafts.
Ferrule sander.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got all of our loft and line machines in the middle. We've got putter and irons next to us.
Okay.
And then behind.
Yeah.
We've got our grinding wheel.
The wedge wheel. Yeah.
The wedge wheel. Yeah. And then we go into our shaft cutter and into our rulers. So we're kind of, compared to the old truck, it's flipped. You now come in and go left to our workshop rather than coming in and going right. So similar sort of layout, but just switch around.
So what in here then? Come on, let's see some pro stuff. So who have we got?
Got Luke's grips and Keith's grips.
He's the only player that uses these?
Yes.
Really?
So they look like multi-compound black-blue, but they're multi-compound blue-black. So it's the opposite way around.
And he's the only player that had played these?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I made specifically for him.
An old school victory.
Yes.
Wow, who's playing old school victory?
This is Keith Mitchell.
Fair play.
Yes, Cashmere Keith.
Wow. And any other little gems in here, or not just yet?
Not just yet. We'll load it up slowly and gradually.
Okay. So the players have come in, they're chilled out, they're waiting in there for you to do your work, do your build.
Yeah.
Where do they go next? Where are we going next in the truck?
So you've either got the workshop here. Obviously the main sort of goal with this truck was to give us a bit more space so you can work your way into the service area. You don't feel like you're constantly on top of each other now. Yeah. The added benefit is it's more of a brand vehicle, so rather than just being a workshop, we've got a service area, we've got office at the back that you can see Anthony pretending to work in. Yeah. And then we can work
you'll see your agents, your reps, the guys doing some work. They can go in there. Is there that busy an area in the open week and tournament week?
Yeah, that'll be. We're trying to get guys on their sales reps. They can pre-book. We can have contract talks with players. It's just a bit more of a private zone as such. We didn't have that on the last truck, but now we've got 3 very definitive zones. We've got the balcony outside, which again you can sit there and just chill out and watch out.
Have a drink,
And then we've got the secret weapon up top as well.
So should we go and have a look at that?
Absolutely.
Come on in.
Yeah.
So this seems to be a very cool thing that you've added.
Yes.
So is there any trucks that you know of that have got this?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
We'd like to say it was purely functional, but who doesn't like something cool and different, right?
So tournament week, at the open, sun's out, hopefully.
Yes.
Not going to be wet, windy and miserable.
Ireland, so.
You're on the practice ground and every player's gone out. They're out, they're playing, they don't need you. Where are you going?
Up top.
You're going up top. So guys, come and follow us. So this is the Mizuno, what are you calling it? Sun terrace, sun deck?
Roof terrace.
Roof terrace.
Yeah.
Oh, trip up the stairs there. So coming up here, this is just there is no functionality to this whatsoever, apart from the fact that you could do it, so you did do it.
Absolutely. Ultimately, this space isn't really used on any trucks, so for us at events like the Open, you can sit here, you can watch players on the range. It's another area for people to come and relax in and not have to be in the workshop.
And I suppose if you're a player standing out here, at the Open, you're not going to get bothered, are you?
No, you'd hope not.
You're going to sit on the beanbag, chill out, hide away if you've shot 85 or chill out if you've shot 65. But you get to view down the practice ground, chill out, probably be close, not far away from the 18th green, I suppose, if you're up here. You won't be miles away from it. And what a view. So Chris, have a look around, you can see. So we're at our Biggleswade store here. We can see right down the driving range. I mean, this is an absolutely unreal. We've got solar panel going on.
Yeah, a bit of extra battery power if we need it.
Wow. So this truck itself leaves us today, probably goes to a few more retailers on its way to
Munich, but its first event.
Going to Munich, wow, okay. So Munich first event, and then it's up to Scotland, I suppose?
Yes.
And then across to Ireland for the Open.
Indeed.
So it's unbelievable.
It's a little different to the last one. It's nice.
Must be pleased working in it.
Absolutely.
There we go. Brilliant, guys. There you go. Little tour of the Mizuno tour truck. Big thanks to Joe for showing us around. It's a fantastic working space. It's going to have some fantastic views throughout the season on tour. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please hit that subscribe button.